Hey everybody, it's Steve with Three Fat Truckers. I'm sitting here with my two favorite co-hosts, Dave and Bill. How we doing today, boys?
Perfect.
Rocking it today, guys.
Hey, we're here at the Fort Wayne Coliseum and the Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne, Indiana, for the Expedite Expo 23 show. Here, we're sitting here with John Elliot from Load One. How we doing today, John?
Outstanding. Beautiful day here in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
I haven't
That's
been.
right.
It was sort of hazy this morning. Haven't been out
Yeah.
since, but yeah.
That Canadian smoke drifting down again.
Is that what it is? They
Yeah.
can take it back.
From Detroit, so it's
Oh, you
we
live
get it even
there.
more. Yeah, we get it even more, unfortunately.
Right across the Windsor
Canadian
border.
gift.
Yep.
Yeah.
So give us a little rundown on Load One.
We're an asset-based expedite carrier. Third largest in the industry. Run a little over 600 power units, and that all across the U.S. And we also go into Canada, Smoky Canada, as we like to call it now. And that it's probably our 15th or 16th year at the expo, and that. So got a pretty good size setup again. We have one of our straight trucks here, and probably about 10 of our people on hand.
Looks
cool.
wonderful.
Thank you.
And I'm going to jump out of here. I've actually thought about getting it. I drive truck for a living. We're all started this. We all drove truck. He's kind of retired, but me and him still do. We're out there every day and seeing it. I'm 63 years old. I'll be 64 this year, and I basically retired from that. I'm driving for basically a friend of mine. I get paid hourly, but I've been an owner operator before and thought about doing something like it. Is it only owner operators, or do you have fleet trucks or?
We're a combination. We have owner operators, we have fleet owners, and then we do have some company equipment, but that's all tractors based up in the Detroit area, and that. So those guys are all Detroit-based drivers. They run over the road or regional, depending. But yeah, a lot. Like I said, when you get up to a certain age, a lot of drivers really find the straight trucks like we have in the booth to be attractive. A little easier to park, a little easier to deal with than a tractor trailer. The other thing we find is we have a lot of teams. A lot of times the spouse will consider coming on board with the husband.
Right.
She's a little more keen on the idea of driving a straight truck than learning to drive a tractor trailer and only getting a Class B. And that, we've had some couples that plan to retire and buy big motor homes and go see America, and they realized, hey, I can get paid and do this.
Keep making money and do about the same thing. Yeah.
They get somewhere
By
they
the
want
way,
to
do
go.
you train spouses so I could get one?
We have a dating app.
You have an app
that
that
you
okay.
swipe.
As
You can
long
swipe
as
a
it
lot,
helps,
you know.
yeah.
Swipe
As
left.
long as they
Swipe
can
left.
drive and okay.
Swipe right,
Yep.
Dave.
Yep.
Is it
All
right? I don't know. Is it right or left?
Yeah.
So you guys are up in the Detroit area mainly.
That's our headquarters.
Is that pretty much
No, I thought it was Indy.
at least 90% or more automotive is what you guys are doing, or not?
We're nationwide.
Nationwide.
So that's just where we started. I'm going to say probably about 30% of our business is auto related.
Is it?
I think
I'd have
when
thought
you're-
it'd been higher than that.
Yeah, it's always hard to say. When you're in the Midwest,
Sure.
you'd be hauling plastic pellets. Is that going to somehow end up in something that ends up in a dashboard or,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
the Midwest, it becomes really convoluted on
Anything,
what's
yeah,
automotive
everything.
or what's not.
Sure.
I'm going to say we're probably 45% manufacturing, and that might be appliances, computers, cars, aerospace.
So,
we do all over the place.
so basically, expedite is if load goes and something's missing, you guys get it and take it there.
Yep.
So we're mostly scrap or new product on. So when I'm a ton short, you're gonna grab that ton and bring it.
Yep, we're the oh crap guy. We're the ambulance.
Yeah.
And it could be it's auto parts a lot of times. Automotive industry is a huge consumer, but
Be
like I
on
said,
time.
it could be the airlines. They got a plane that's down, needs a part. Sent on a runway somewhere.
Well, some I think we talked to somebody earlier, like
Said something about a
pharmaceuticals and stuff
baseball
like that.
diamond.
Oh yeah, you name it. You name it. I mean, the things that are critical. I mean, if you need it, you need it. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a case one time. There was a baby in Cleveland. It needed a certain baby formula. It was in the hospital. Baby was dying, and had some crazy allergic issues. There was only one kind of formula I could have. The closest was St. Louis. I mean, we put a team truck into St. Louis to get that formula, to get that to the hospital as fast as we could in Cleveland.
That's
I mean,
pretty
you get
wild.
everything
That
from
is awesome.
there to one time they were opening a Krispy Kreme in Texas. The governor was coming to cut the ribbon. The first truck delivered the regular trucking company delivered the donut mix. The pallet was damaged, so it's food grade, so it's not good. No, here's 2 bags of Krispy Kreme donut mix coming out of the Carolinas all the way to Dallas nonstop because we got to make the donuts before the governor gets there.
I figured it was the scissors.
Them with some expensive donuts.
No, I mean it. Like you said, you name it. I mean, concerts, sporting events, everything from like the tablets. You see them walking around, the Microsoft tablets. You see them walking around with to, a lot of big concerts. A lot of times they have dedicated companies that haul the concerts, but what will happen is they might be 3 or 4 big giant stages, and they're leapfrogging each other. Well, they go to set one up, and all of a sudden there's a missing part, or a connector's broke, or a soundboard isn't operating right. They've got to steal one from one of the other ones, or get one somewhere. That. I mean, so things like that. I mean, you trade shows.
And something like that. The drivers themselves that are delivering that stuff, it gives you a sense of more of accomplishment that, you're filling the void that only you can do.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a little more interesting than bumming a dock back and forth with auto parts from point A to point B all the time. A lot of times we're sitting on the runway meeting airplanes. To pick up the freight or to deliver the freight to get the next step. I mean, you name it. I mean, it can be high value things. I mean, it's just so varied, so varied. It's definitely a much more interesting career.
And self-satisfying, too. It sounds
definitely.
Just listening to this is just like, and I noticed you got everything from refrigeration to anything you guys need, you guys cover on what you're hauling.
Yep, between us and our partner carriers, we'll get it done.
Do you also have a plane fleet that you do with, or you deal with?
We outsource to a number of airlines that we do charter work, or they do charter work for us. And we move a good bit of air freight and air charters.
Because I know
sometimes they, they'll need us to get a truck from point A to the airport. They want us to put the plane there. They want us to get it across the country. They want us to have another truck meet that plane and get it to the final destination. So there's a lot of moving pieces and cogs in the wheel. It's a 24/7. We never close. I mean, we're open Christmas around the clock. We never shut down.
Perfect.
Well, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you guys and
a couple ways you can do it.
Maybe for a job or something here.
Our recruiting number is 800-506-4422. Our website is www.load1.com. There's a link you can click on there for drivers and owner-operators to get more info.
And by the way, I want to thank you guys sponsoring this down here with all the stuff that you guys do. We were down at the Louisville Truck Show, and they were so kind to us down there, and they hit us up about doing this. This is our local town. We live here.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're actually from
You got a little shorter drive than me.
Yeah. And a lot cheaper, too. And didn't cost me nothing, So, and we've told everybody where to go to dinner, too. So.
That's a win. You guys should have got a referral, a free dinner out of that.
Right. So, but
thanks for having me.
So glad that you guys came down here and did this, and appreciate it, really.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, John, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.